Good morning. I was able to find our word of the day calendar and our phrase of the day cards. So I'll be using those from now on, the ones that we followed in class. We missed a lot of words of the day while this was stuck at the school, but I'm going to go through those in a different video where I'll just read all of them and go through all of the words of the day. So the word for today is lapidary. April 3rd, lapidary, one who cuts, polishes, or engraves precious stone. So if you become someone who polishes stone or cuts precious stone, you would be called a lapidary. An interesting career. And the phrase of the day, I never give up. No matter what challenge you're facing, whether it's you're having a difficult time with a particular subject, maybe math or French or science or social studies, you can't give up on trying to learn and trying to do your best out of that. Or maybe it's you're learning a new skill, maybe you're learning a new sport, you're learning how to knit, you're learning how to ride a bike or a skateboard. It's important to not give up on those skills, because if you give up, then you definitely will never ever learn them. It's okay to take breaks from learning them. It's okay to find other ways to learn the same thing, but it's important to never give up. So something to say to yourself, I never give up. It means I find a different way to learn, I find a different way to get to the end result, but I never give up. All right. For today, I'm going to be going through a problem of the week math question with you guys. So in a second, I'm going to read it out, and then you'll be able to see my workspace, and I'll be writing out the answer along with you. Okay, so here you see we have the problem of the week, my beating heart. I'm going to read through the question and then we'll go through how to get the answer together. So, A, my resting heart rate is 21 beats in 15 seconds. Predict my number of heartbeats in 1 minute. B, after skipping rope for 1 minute, my heart rate is now 30 beats in 15 seconds. Now predict my number of heartbeats in 1 minute. And C, if I skip for 10 minutes and my heart rate continues to be 30 beats in 15 seconds, predict how many times my heart will beat in 10 minutes. So those are the questions we're going to go through. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to go through the question, my beating heart. Okay, so here we go. Question A said, my resting heart rate is 21 beats in 15 seconds. Predict my number of heartbeats in 1 minute. So the thing we're going to start with, we're going to do A. Okay, so let's write out some of that information. So we've got beats in number of seconds. So we've got 21 beats, let's underline that, in 15 seconds. Okay, just some basic information from the question. Now we need to get it all the way up to 1 minute. So let's start by trying to get 15 seconds. Let's see if we can get it to 30 seconds. How many would be in 30 seconds? So one way that we did that is we either added 15 to this, or we technically multiplied it by 2, right? 15 times 2 is 30. So if we used times 2 to get from 15 to 30, we should do that over here, because that's how many beats would be in 30 seconds, right? Twice as many as there were in 15. Okay, so 21 times 2, really quickly, 1 times 2, 2, 2 times 2, 4. So we have 42 beats in 30 seconds now. Well, we can go again from 30 seconds to 60 seconds, which would be our 1 minute mark, and that would be it. So 30 times 2 being 60, and if there were 42 beats in 30 seconds, there would be twice as many in 60 seconds. So again, we're going to times by 2 on this side. So 42 times 2, 2 times 2 being 4, and 4 times 2 being 8. So we've got 84 beats in 60 seconds. So 84 is our answer. So that was part A. Let's move on to B. B says, after skipping rope for 1 minute, my heart rate is now 30 beats in 15 seconds. Now predict my number of heartbeats in 1 minute. So kind of the same thing, just with a different number of beats. So let's start a chart again. Okay, and now we've got 15 seconds again, but we've got 30 beats, right? Yes. 30 beats in 15 seconds. So let's do this. Let's do the same thing. Let's see what happens. We're going to 15 seconds to 30 seconds, which would be times 2. And 30 seconds times 2 would be 60 seconds. Another way to look at it, which is what we're going to do, instead of doing times 2 and then times 2, 15 times what gets us all the way to 30. There's a way to shortcut this. 2 and 2, it's times 4. And just to double check that, let's have a look over here. We're going to double check. 15 times 4, 4 times 5 is 20. I'm going to put a little plus 2 up there. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2, 6. So we're good. We know that 15 times 4 does equal 30. So over here, 30, instead of doing times 2 and times 2 again, I'm going to do a big times 4. Okay, let's do that over here again. 30 times 4, 4 times 0 is 0, and 4 times 3 is 12. So we've got 120. So there's our answer for B. It was another way to do almost the same thing up here. We just took a shortcut. Instead of doing times 2 and times 2, we did a big times 4. So 120 beats in 60 seconds is our answer for B. Now for C. Move the camera down a little bit so you can see everything that I'm doing. There we go. So C says, if I skip for 10 minutes and my heart rate continues to be 30 beats in 15 seconds, predict how many times my heart will beat in 10 minutes. So now the challenge is an added 10 minutes to this this thing. And we're also talking about working in minutes instead of working in seconds. So when I write down my chart, we're going to use a chart still. When I write down my chart, I'm going to write beats over here. But instead of seconds, I'm going to write minutes. Now, from the previous question, we know that in 60 seconds, which is 1 minute, your heart would beat 120 times, according to this question, jumping rope. So in 1 minute, we have 120 beats. And C is asking us to predict how many times it would beat in 10 minutes. This is a big jump, but to get from 1 to 10, we would have times by 10. So over here, we're also going to do that to this guy. 120, and we're going to times by 10. Let's do that over here. Now this is a pretty big multiplication problem. We've got a double-digit number and a triple-digit number. But we can make it a little less big by kind of just ignoring the zeros for now. I'm just going to draw a little squiggly line. You can barely see it there. We're going to ignore our zeros for now. I'm going to pretend that they don't exist, okay? Like that. And we're going to do this part. So it's really just 1 times 12. So 1 times 2 and 1 times 1. 12. Now about those zeros. The thing with multiplication is we're not just going to add them and drop them down. We're not just going to go, oh, there's a 0 and a 0, so it's only 1 0. That doesn't make sense. That would just be 120, which is part of our original question. In multiplication, we say how many zeros there are. That's how many you have to add at the end. So because there's 2 zeros in the equation, the part above the line, we're going to add 2 zeros below the line to the answer. So our answer is actually 1,200. So over here. 1,200. So if you were to jump rope for 10 minutes and your heart was beating at 30 beats in 15 seconds, after 10 minutes, your heart will have beat 1,200 times. That's pretty incredible. So that's the answers to the question, my beating heart. That's one way to do it. If you found another way to do it, that's amazing. Maybe you could write it down and share it with somebody, or maybe if this is the way you did it, try and come up with another way to solve this problem. Okay, that's all I've got for you in this video. I hope you enjoyed going through the math question together. Maybe that helped you out to see a different way to find the answer, or it confirmed that, yep, I did this the same way, and maybe I can find a new way to do it. I will see you again on Monday with more words of the day and phrases of the day and any other kind of activities that we can come up with. See you then. Bye.